Well, smart trucking, today is the day. I actually wanted to do this a while ago, but just not up to it. But today's the day. So I'm going to give you a little tour of the truck. We've had some suggestions from folks in the comments of the last video, what they think that we should do with the truck, ranging anywhere from planting it in a farmer's field to suggesting that I keep the truck, putting it in the Iowa 80 Truck Stop Museum. The problem with the museum idea is it's a loaner. They don't purchase the truck, and being that I'm a Canadian and that's an American business, I just don't think it would work out very well, and I have to get it out there. How do I get it back, etc. So it's just more complexities than that I want to jump into. So I'll just give you some bare basics on the truck. It's a 2004 379 Peterbilt, 18-speed transmission, 6NZ engine, I believe that's correct, 3.7 rears, 63-inch flat top. So for more detail on the things that we just talked about, the exterior of the truck, the interior, and the engine, and even the dashboard, I am going to link to the videos that Dave did some time ago in the description below. So you'll get as much detail as you could possibly want. Just a few comments before we go in the truck and have a look around. In the previous video, in the trailer video that Nick and I shot, I just want to thank all the folks that left all the wonderful comments for Nick and I. We've read every single one of them, and it means a lot to us. There were just some terrific comments there, so thank you to those who left comments. And second thing is, just wanted to state for the record that this was basically a storage shed. It was a storage shed and workshop that Dave used, where we stored items. A lot of those items were not his personal belongings, so just so you realize, these were extras, things that he kept in the trailer that basically belonged to the truck. They were not his personal items. So now we'll have a look around the truck. So now we need to take the club off. Cross your fingers I got the right key. I think I do. Whew! There we go. So I'm down pretty low, and as most of you know, Dave liked his seat nice and low. I could rest my chin really on the steering wheel. That's how low I am. So now that I'm in the driver's seat, come on in and we'll check this beast out. So of course I won't be able to give you the great tour that Dave did, so basically we're just going to scan the inside. Let's see, first of all, so the starter was on the left, as I believe most starters are on the right in most trucks, but Dave was a southpaw, he was left-handed. And so when I drove the truck, I found that very awkward, starting it with my left hand, so because my right hand, of course, is my dominant hand. And Dave had lots of gauges on the dashboard, full gauge package, I believe is what he called it. And again, we'll link to a video that tells you the purpose of all these gauges, but he always liked to know what the truck was doing. So that's some extra money that he spent when he spec'd our trucks, because he thought it was really important to know those things. So the CB is a Cobra 29 Classic. And I don't believe I've ever been in a truck, one of Dave's trucks, that didn't have a CB. And the stereo right above it, it's a Pioneer. Oh, I see it's got Sirius XM. I did not know that. And of course the bunk area, big window. He didn't have this in all the trucks, but in the last number of trucks that he spec'd, he did spec them with the windows. And he quite liked it, except for it was a cold spot in the winter. But other than that, he liked the extra light into the sleeper berth. So in this briefcase, I looked through it a little earlier. It's full of maps, street finders, route guides, old-fashioned paper maps, northeastern states, Montreal, LA, exit book, that's the US, Husky directory, Denver, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and there were some others too that I moved out, southeastern states, but he still liked the good old-fashioned paper maps. He has a small GPS in the truck, but he liked the maps. He liked the paper maps. Just a few things I found actually tucked in these zippered binders. I don't know if Catscale still give away these cards, probably not, but he used to collect. He had a huge collection of these Catscale super trucks. They were pretty cool. He collected a lot of those. Haha! That's me. Okay, Blue Beacon truck wash directory. And what else did I find? A Love's Rewards card. These cards are various cards he had for going into different loading facilities when he was hauling chemicals for years. And these were just all different safety cards and various entry cards into different facilities in the US. And this looks like a Subway reward card. Doesn't look like it was used very much. He did not care for Subway that much. So here I sit in the passenger seat, and this of course was my seat when we were recording videos. And he used to laugh at me because I would get in the most contorted positions, like basically almost sitting up here and squeezing up on the dashboard to get the right perspective and the right angle when he was driving. Or I would be standing behind him, recording him over his shoulder. And it's tough. It's tougher sitting in this seat than it is in the driver's seat for me. I also found this in the bunk. And if ever when I went on a trip with him and we were sitting at a loading dock or he had spare time, he got one of these Swiffer doodads out. He was always cleaning the dirt between all the gauges and all over the dashboard. I'm going to swap back over to the driver's seat, and I've got a funny little story for you. So my story is, at one of these loading docks, it was somewhere in California, we're loading produce. And of course, anyone that loads produce knows that it's just a big old waiting game. So I'd read every book I could find. I had eaten, I was bored. So I thought, I'll clean the truck. So I got out his basket of goodies that he used to clean. So I'm spraying the dashboard and cleaning and wiping between the gauges and so on. And the cloth that I had, I looked at the cloth and the cloth had this stuff all over it. And I thought, oh, that's weird. I was taking the finish off the dashboard between the gauges. I thought I was going to have to walk home from California. So in a while, Dave comes back in the truck when I held the cloth up, and he just gasped. He just gasped. His mouth went open and his eyes went wide, but he didn't yell. So he went back outside to cool off. And again, I thought I was going to have to pack my bags and walk home, but he didn't yell at me. But we laughed about it later. So what he ended up doing to correct it later was he just removed all the finish from behind all the gauges, so at least everything was uniform. That wasn't this truck, of course. It was, I think, might have been a Kenworth actually at the time, but oh my God. So I never did the cleaning again, at least not with spray. It was just always with the dry cloth. Lesson learned. So this truck, of course, as you could well imagine, holds a lot of memories. So it's going to be difficult to sell it, but that's what I've decided to do. Dave believed that a truck was not meant to sit. They rust out, they seize up, and that was his take on it. Trucks were meant to work and make money. And this truck has still got lots of good miles left on it. And so that's what I've decided to do. So the truck is up for sale. Anyone that's interested can contact me through my email address and make me an offer. And just as a reminder, if there's any details or anything that you want to know, probably your best bet would be the videos or the post, the link post to the article on my website for any of the details. If you don't find what you're looking for, certainly just email me and ask me. I have all of the records for the truck since the truck was new, all the repairs, all the maintenance. Dave was absolutely meticulous about repairs and maintenance and so on. Now I'm sure some of you will have your own opinion of what I should do with the truck, and I certainly appreciate the fact that many of you would think that I should keep the truck. But let me explain a few things. Dave liked the truck a lot. He loved the truck, he enjoyed working on it, and he really enjoyed driving it. But I do know that he, as I previously said, trucks are made to work, trucks are made to move. And sitting around, that's just not what they're made to do. And as he would say to me, from time to time, even when he would get close to selling it, I'd say, oh, are you sure you want to do that? You'll probably never buy another one. And he goes, what he would say? He would just say, but it's just a truck. As much as he liked it and enjoyed it, it was part of him, but it wasn't everything to him, which I think was a healthy attitude. So I'm kind of going from my own instincts of what he would have wanted me to do. Now, also, I didn't mention, nearly forgot, that the Lettuce King and I are in negotiations. So we'll see if the Lettuce King and I can work something out, because he would like to have the truck. And I asked him, I said, oh, why on earth would you'd be interested in the truck? He said, because it was Dave's truck. And I thought that was pretty cool, and that would be great, but again, we're not sure. We're just talking at this point. So yeah, this truck is a special truck. Holds a lot of memories. Dave did a lot of miles in this truck. It it certainly was his home away from home for a long number of miles. I'll, when it sells, and I'm confident it will sell, I'll miss seeing it. And when and if there is a sale and there is a transaction, we will record that, so you folks maybe get an idea of the new home that the truck goes to and the new owner. And I will be screening and interviewing the owners. I've had some unofficial offers from folks, and one of the first things I ask is what they're going to use the truck for. So I've already scratched some people off my list because I don't like the future use of the truck. Might sound twisted, but that's the way I feel. And to wrap things up for today, I would just like to say, not only on the first video that we did, the memorial video of Dave, the trailer video, all the just amazing comments of support and condolences and best wishes for me and my family. We've read every single one of them. We haven't had a chance to respond to all of them, but just so you know, we've read them, and I want to thank you so much for your love and support, because it means a lot to us. And we feel good about carrying on with the channel, and we'll see where this all takes us over time. That being said, we'll end this video in typical smart trucking fashion. Stay safe, keep the rubber side down, and I'll see you on the back haul.